At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Well, the Jacksons are in court again this past week. We'll tell you all about it in Entertainment This Week. Well, you may have heard Jay Leno is officially leaving The Tonight Show in 2014. Comedian Jimmy Fallon will replace the longtime Tonight Show host in a move that has been rumored to be in the works for several weeks. Back in 2009, Leno stepped down when Conan O'Brien hosted the show for several months, but the veteran late-night star eventually reclaimed his hosting gig in 2010. This time, it seems Leno will be done with The Tonight Show for good. The 62-year-old Leno took over The Tonight Show from Johnny Carson in 1992. Over the past several weeks, many speculated Leno was on the way out as he mocked NBC executives on air, leaving viewers wondering if tensions were running high behind the scenes. Michael Jackson's last concert promoter is defending themselves in a wrongful death lawsuit filed by the pop icon's family and arguing that Jackson was responsible for his own demise. Child molestation accusations against Jackson, for which he was acquitted after a trial, and evidence of his drug addiction will likely be presented by AEG Live's lawyers as they argue that the company had no liability in his death. The Jackson versus AEG Live trial could last 2 or 3 months. Jackson died 2 weeks before his This Is It comeback concerts, organized by AEG Live, were to have debuted in London in the summer of 2009. The Jackson family claimed that AEG Live hired Conrad Murray, Jackson's personal physician, who has been convicted of manslaughter in Jackson's death. Rock duo Hall & Oates are making a return trip to Las Vegas for a 2-night bill at the joint at the Hard Rock Hotel. The venue announced the group will play on August 2nd and 3rd. Tickets for the show go on sale Friday at noon. The group, comprised of vocal guitarist Daryl Hall and lead guitarist John Oates, last played the joint in August of 2012. The duo is celebrating its 40th anniversary of its second album, Abandoned Luncheonette, this year. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your Entertainment This Week. In today's economy, a lot of people are having things repaired instead of replacing them. In our Angie's List report, Ian B. Clark shows you how to go from used to new.
Did you replace your favorite pair of shoes because the soles are worn out, or tossed out a skirt because the zipper broke, or even bought a new couch because the pillows in your old couch were sunk in? Well, in today's Angie's List report, some tips to help make your old items new again.
Everyone wants to stretch $1 these days, and you can do just that with your wardrobe, with your shoes. The key here is, instead of giving up on the outfit and donating it, consider getting it altered, getting your shoes repaired, and you can really make your money go a long way.
Sue Ellen Shepke's handbag was lightly colored and started to get pretty dirty, so she had it repaired instead of buying a new one.
You know, did a little dyeing of the bag, and it lasted me through another summer, and I was really pleased because I enjoyed the bag. It was good quality. It wasn't something that I just wanted to toss after one season.
Before tossing a purse or a pair of shoes, consider repairing them first. The average shoe repair costs between $8 and $12.
We can actually stretch the shoe length and width. So if it's a little tight, or if it just doesn't feel right, we can actually stretch the shoe size, because a lot of people say, oh, I got a great deal on this shoe, but it doesn't really fit.
I think we can all admit that we tend to fluctuate sizes every now and again, and we tend to toss out the clothes as they don't fit. Instead, consider taking them to an alterations company, because they can actually help those clothes continue to look good, even though they may not be the perfect size for you today.
Now kind of the trend is because of the economy, so people try to go like a second-hand store, buy some like very nice clothes with the good deal, or they try to go the clearance, the part, then buy them something and come here to fix it. And now I notice some people back their closet, to check their, what they have, and bring here to update.
This is my green skirt that had the broken zipper, and it was fixed so perfectly.
Furniture is another great place where people oftentimes might decide after a few years they don't really like what they have. So the key here is, how do you reinvent your sofa without spending a ton of money? So you could obviously have it reupholstered. A lot of times people don't think about it. If the sofa itself is in good condition, it's comfortable, this is a great alternative. Also, if you're really looking for something even less expensive, even a slip cover over your sofa can be a way to give it a whole new look while still being able to get some added years out of it.
Over time, let's say your couch, and it all depends on different couches have different stuffing, but you'll start to notice that your foam is starting to sink, where you're having a harder and harder time getting up off the couch, and where you'll find yourself, you're scooting to the edge to lift yourself up. Just by us coming in, replacing that foam in there, everything else on the couch is good. We just come in, take the old foam out, put a brand new piece of foam in there, whether it's a firmer foam or taller foam, but something to give it a little bit more life. See the difference in the foam piece?
If it's something that you really like, you know, like a piece of clothing that fits just perfectly and that you wear a lot and know goes with a lot of different things and is going to be hard to replace, I think it's really worth it to take it to someone who can just repair it.
When you find a repair company, Angie's List recommends that you take in a small item to test to see if you like their work, and also if the price is too high, you may be just better off buying a new item. This is Ian B. Clark from News 46.
And a book signing is held this Saturday at the Off Highway 160 Coffee House. We spoke to the author, Claudia Boker.
Well, it's about a woman who is in her mid-50s who suffered some serious crises in her life, and for the last 6 years has been turning around an elementary school. She's been shot in the lobby of her school by a distraught parent, and as she recovers, her daughter is learning that the mother she thought she had, which was someone who was very weak and who she chose to be estranged from, is really a very strong woman who has made tremendous changes not only in her school but in her community.
What was the inspiration for the book?
Well, I spent 18 years myself in public education, and I saw a lot of things that needed to be changed in education. And when my son started teaching in Las Vegas, he pointed out to me the number of students he gets in 9th grade who are totally unprepared for the school. And so I felt that it was necessary to get out a message that we do need to make changes and that each of us can make changes. We don't have to wait for somebody else to do it. We can all do something to make changes.
This book is available where right now?
Right now it's available in Pahrump at the Cup of Faith bookstore. And Tuesday it'll be released through Amazon.com and Barnes & Nobles.
You have a book signing coming up. Tell me about that.
Yes, I have a book signing tomorrow at the Off Highway 160 coffee shop from 1 to 3. And I have a book signing on April 13th at the Pahrump Valley Library. And that one, I will be donating a portion of the proceeds to the library, and that's from 1 to 3 p.m. as well.
Are you going to be doing any follow-up books after this?
I have a second book written, but it's not a follow-up to this book. It's something new.
There you go. When do you know when that's going to be released?
That one hasn't been quite ready for submission to the publisher yet, so it won't be for a while.
Do you have a website for more information? People can contact you?
They can contact me through my publisher's website. It's at www.tatepublishing.com.
There you go. And once again, when's the book signing? Tomorrow, Saturday, from when to when?
Tomorrow it's from 1 to 3 at the Off Highway 160 Coffee House.
And then the one at the library the next week?
Is 1 to 3 as well.
A bake sale is being held this Saturday at Secret Sisters and Twisted Sisters, which is located on Postal Road.
Yes, we are this Saturday and Sunday at Twisted Sisters on Saturday and Sunday at Secret Sisters from 8 to 4.
What are some of the things that you're going to have there?
We're going to have some homemade cookies, brownies, fudge. What else did you guys make?
Cakes, peanut butter bars, really anything that anybody wants to donate.
And this is all going to help your scoliosis, Rihanna?
Yes.
What is scoliosis actually?
It's a curvature of the spine, usually in a C curve or an S curve.
And it's really expensive for this treatment and actually getting that chair, is that right?
Yes, this treatment that we found is a non-surgical treatment, and it's not covered by insurance, though it keeps us out of having to do surgery and put Harrington rods. So we're just coming together to raise money to be able to purchase the chair and provide the treatment, because it's a very expensive treatment.
This young lady needs a chair. It's quite expensive. They've already collected X amount of dollars, and but a used chair is around $3,500. A new one is $48. I'd like to see her get a new one, but let's go and try to get at least a used one for now. So I'm going to put a challenge out there. Any individual, any organization, any group of people, neighbors come together. I'm going to pay $100 for one cupcake. Anybody who would like to match that offer, please do so. If you can't afford that $100, $50, $20, $10, $5, a dollar. But please, this community is like a family. And a family sort of argues between each other, but when something is needed, they all come together, and this community's got to come together, and this is what I like to see happen. And like I say, $100 for a cupcake might be extravagant for some people. I'm not a rich man, but I know how to manage my money. So let's come out here Saturday and Sunday at Twisted Scissors across from the local post office, and please help this family. You never know when you're going to need it. Remember, an act of kindness is never wasted. So come on out there and just join the family, and one day you might need help, and this is one way you can get that help. So thank you. I want to thank Bulletproof Transmission also for last weekend. They raised some money.
And Quilts for Cancer is holding a fabric and fun drive to benefit CASA and Hospice for Veterans in Pahrump. The event will be held this Saturday, April 6th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. outside of Trudeau. That's once again located on Hamahaka. For more information, you can call 751-5356. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46's Weekend Review. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. We'll see you again here next week. Good night, Pahrump.
Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.